always come to him naturally, saying he's trying to help guys.
Teams, and now we're up to 18 on the men's side, 4 on the women's side. This is here to stay. We're talking about increasing the number to 32 next year, perhaps.
Oh, wow.
It is a big bye tournament. Prey, nice feed by Darling. Heisey turned away. Shot clock to 10, behind the back, tough pass. Buchanan handles it. Cut to the basket. Nelson puts it in.
And what a great offensive possession. Everybody touches it on there for the Cyclones. Ball goes side to side. You make that defense shift and find the open teammate.
St. John's on their heels early. 10-point Iowa State lead. Prey looking inside. Shannon and Heisey. Second chance, though. Offensive rebound for Iowa State. Jefferson. Good ball movement. And trying to kick Momcilovic here. And Momcilovic, he travels. Iowa State turnover and a wave of substitutions coming for TJ Otzelberger. Dominic has played a coming in.
And with the way these teams want to play, they want to play up-tempo, they want defensive intensity and pressure. You're going to go deep into that bench. So both coaches not afraid to get their bench involved.
Leotopoulos from Greece. Darling.
Question is, where's the scoring going to come right now for St. John's? Ejiofor not in the game.
Shot clock down to 7. Leotopoulos cannot shake Jamarian Bateman. Finally does. Ooh. And down to the floor. Hopkins gives it up now. That's going to be a
2. Great help side defense. Ooh.
Lipsey goes to the basket. Missed the layup. Back tap, though. Another second chance opportunity for Iowa State. Lipsey, no good. Mitchell with a one.
Yeah, it was a big-time shot right there. St. John's, they need to knock down some threes, loosen up that defense a bit. And Sellers confidently steps up, knocks it in.
Only the second made 3 for St. John's. Jefferson goes again. Prayed
17-6. He was out there. The little things defensively and the unselfish play that he brings to the table makes a difference.
Three-pointer flies. Look at Momcilovic. Hits another 3-ball.
Well, I guess except when guarding Momcilovic right there. 5 3-balls with the awareness from Ohio State to find the hot hand.
Momcilovic with 19 now. Turnover. Toure, and he's fouled. Challenge in the first half. So Iowa State with a basketball. They lead it by 4. More full court pressure, and now St. John's backs off.
I like the adjustment. 6'8" Mitchell guarding Lipsey. Let him use his length.
And now Momcilovic driving, turned away by Prey. And a mismatch out on the perimeter. Momcilovic lets another one fly. It was a good-looking stroke. He's 7 coming out of the halftime break. And now Lipsey comes up short. Heisey keeps it alive. Momcilovic, second chance here for the Cyclones. Momcilovic bullying his way in. Momcilovic showing all of his...
Some shots tonight. 2 feet in the paint, suck in the defense a little bit. Caravan delivers.
And a whistle and foul. Looks like now Mitchell will head to the bench. Ivan Ayo in the game now for St. John's. He wears number 2. Prey across the lane. No. Gets the offensive.
To dissect the defense, get those slip screens in the slots, turn the corner on the pick and roll. But the perimeter players for St. John's are doing a phenomenal job of not allowing that to happen.
Caravan. Reed Jackson, hard drive from the Bronx. In traffic. No. Ball ahead of the field. Malachi Smith glides. And hits. In and out. Loose. Riva got it. Ball. Needs to hit one. Off the back rim. Mullins. Ball. Drives. Hangs. Russ with the rebound. Now Smith. Mullins driving. Reverse.
There is a lot of relentless on the floor for both teams.
And both coaches expect the utmost out of these kids. Nice hands here again. Mitchell that time. That's what he does.
Here's
Can shoot it.
Simpkins off the bench.
He can shoot it.
Simpkins got down the lane. And
A tight end?
yeah,
How would you like to be a cornerback?
they call him the Terminator.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Offensive rebound, Prey off the spin. Sannon, no. It was online. He missed it, and a foul on Prey. That's going to...
His whole 22 number. Empty side here.
Prey on the roll. No.
What a job.
Staten McCray picking his way into the lane.
10, still plenty of time, too.
Parker, little pocket pass.
You got to move the ball a little bit.
Jackson going one-on-one.
Nice find.
He'll send it to the wing. That three is way too strong. And there's Ejiofor. Rick Pitino talking to him in the bench.
His improvement each year. He's worked hard. Has been exceptional.
Yeah, just as a freshman, one start, 8 minutes a game, point and a half. Prey now 10 minutes plus for Rick Pitino.
Back up for Zuby, of course.
Rides into the lane, steps back and misses. Prey mistimed his jump. It leads to a Parker drive.
Wow,
that's no good. Bodies everywhere.
Tap it back out or grab it with 2 if you're in white.
Combined 26 offensive rebounds in this game. That one nestles for him. Rick Pitino always has an answer in that bag somewhere.
Prey gives him good solid minutes. He competes. Mentioned earlier his ability to pass the ball.
Curling down the lane. Missed everything. Wow. Rebound Mitchell. Hit ahead Hopkins. Middle of the floor.
Nice
power
block.
dribble. Recovery by Prey. He is fouled.
You stayed longer too.
Well,
You just didn't want to go to work.
Well,
You kept going to graduate school.
That architecture degree. 7 years later. Prey got it to go.
3 in a row for the big guy.
He shot it very well from the foul line tonight. He's 5 for 5. That's the official symbol for Prey. And Rúben got it. He got closed off by Fisher, who just shoved him aside. Up top, Sannon. No.
Nice
Rebound
check.
tipped by Prey. Back to Mitchell. Back iron. Tipped again. Recovered by Hopkins. Popped away. Darling into the backcourt. That'll gum it up halfway through the shot clock.
Pretty good hands.
Clark.
Hasn't been able to get that spot-up jumper.
Prey standing in front of Hines. It's a drive. Simpkins can't. Front iron rebound for Hines.
Don't get
Mitchell tailing the play against Fisher. Foul.
He's got great speed.
Darling out of a double. He'll find Prey. Drop step. He did. He hit the underside of the basket. Got it back. That won't fall. He got a hand on it again. Hopkins for the tie.
Again.
Rebound. Staten McCray fell to the ground. Tipped out by Prey. Mitchell at the home. They played very well on the road. They haven't lost a true road game all year.
There's that flex cut, and it works.
Mitchell, power dribble, to score and take the lead.
That's twice they've used it with impact. Well, I think they're saving that coffin corner trap.
For later on.
Yeah, maybe, because I think they could get right after it.
Clark roaming down the lane, swatted by Prey. Follow for Payne, no dice.
They just keep coming at you. Prey. Deflected and
he was consistent. Danielle, maybe. Danielle Marshall, yes. He was baby Jesus is what we call Danielle Marshall. That was his nickname. But I love that Rick Pitino was telling his guys, Josan Sannon is who he was really directing that at. Shoot, and shoot more.
Sellers. 8 on the shot clock. Darling, Sannon, Jackson, Prey, and Ejiofor. Giants go big. Prey will go in the line.
Around the season started, talking about who the point guard was, talking about we don't have a point guard, and now it's really about their size.
Sunday night basketball is on NBC and Peacock every week in prime time. And this week, we're right here at the Garden. Warriors, Knicks, Sunday night on NBC. And predicament finish with straight-up defense, but Patera's finish only averages 4 minutes a game. They're on their third big man. Sellers guarded tightly by Prey.
Got to move here. Good play.
Floyd did move. He was off because of Prey's defense. Prey lost his shoe. Jackson up ahead. Eating in. Jackson no. And there's Ejiofor.
I mean, it's just amazing. Zuby Ejiofor is everywhere. All at the same time. You know, defensively, offensively, you do the job on the drive, and then next thing you know, he follows it up. Just relentless.
Jones scores it.
And there really are no, when you talk about what their roles are, not a lot of weak points for them, even when they go to that bench.
7 different guys have scored. Mila. Brian Mila is out from pieces. St. John's up 14-0 in bench points. Nothing new for Providence. It was almost all their starters who produced yesterday in the sweats. It's muscles right now. Last year they won the Big East tournament, but then a first weekend exit after that deflating loss to Arkansas. Hopkins!
Mine looks like.
He had just 9 points apiece in the 2 meetings with the Friars in the regular season. Already at 11 in this game, in this first half on 5 of 6. Prey with the right hand. And on the glass. -8 in points in the paint, and then you couple that with -15 in fast break points, and it's produced a 21-point lead. Prey. He's off. They were 5 of 11.
Now you get a stop at this end. Need another bucket here. Got a steep uphill here for Providence, but got to keep playing.
To not box out and not give effort.
It hurts so much more to be at home watching other teams play in a championship game or a semifinal game as well.
Especially when you know it's over if you lose. As Jones is off, that's one of the dimensions of this tournament. Kim English reportedly on the way out at Providence. Mitchell is off. Prey on the offensive glass. But it's still 15. Got it down to 11. Mila stripped. That was just absurd. Jackson can't hit. Prey on the offensive glass. They're down 18-2 on the offensive glass.
If he caught that originally off the glass, John, and tried to go, he'd be behind the hoop. Smart play there by Rúben.
Jackson. He spins it home.
That 2-foot jump stop. Used it so well. Little shot fake. Freeze the D. Get him in the air. Beautiful.
8-0 run. Mila.
Rich's tournament. It is hard. We never did it. At least my years.
Why not?
It's tough. Impossible. Almost impossible. Obviously, St. John.
Tapping and hitting. It's down to 18 here with 7 minutes to go.
And look, it's probably inconsequential for this game in St. John's, but those are plays right there that I think Coach Pitino will look at and say, those are game changers in the previous.
Yes.
I think the message has been sent that you better get out on him no matter where he is when he steps in the building.
Well, Donnie, wherever he is next year, wherever Stephen boxes off to, this kid is really talented.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the association next year.
He's the type of guy who gets a
Naismith Player of the Year in high school a couple of years ago. Hopkins drops it off underneath. This is Rúben Prey, who just came into the game for the first time. Mitchell, right to that left hand, can't finish. Prey.
I love the jerseys, but I just love the style, and DePaulin really, I mean, they recruited me, but I was coming.
And Mark was a big part of it. He was the guy that inspired a lot.
I watched him.
More than 3 at any point in this first half.
This has just been a rough offensive half for the Red Storm. You got to credit a concerted effort to just get bigger and stronger on that end of the floor, and it has paid off. And Chris Holtman was He was more concerned about the offensive end tonight, saying, I mean, we're going to have to find some offense one way or another, whether it's in transition or beating their full court pressure. I think he felt pretty confident in his group's willingness to play hard and play on the defense.
Rebound, but right into the hands of Smith. DePaul said they wanted to pick and choose their spots to run. This was a great opportunity. Couldn't finish. Second chance for Banks. And report will check in with Mike Florio and Chris Sims over at PFT Live. An early Super Bowl preview. And Nick and I will break down the first half. So stay tuned with us. The Jeep halftime report coming up at the break. Another turnover. St. John's has given it away a couple times in a row. Blocker in transition off the hesitation. Largest lead of the day for the Blue Demons, up 4. The slip from Banks, kick to the corner. Blocker wanted one more, but nobody was there. Now Blocker shut off on the baseline. Banks spots up. It rims out. Offensive rebound, Macklin. He's been so good in the last couple weeks. Blows right by the defender here into a double team, but it's swatted away by Prey.
Especially with the way St. John's is defending. Paul's got to find some rhythm offensively. This guy's got to get going gun.
He's off the mark on the 3. Rebound tapped around. Jackson comes down for DePaul.
Well, how about Bryce Hopkins denying Gunn the ball, kind of blowing up the set.
Smith carves his way into the paint, and he's got a chance at a 3-point play.
That, I'm not going to say is all but gone, but for the most part, it's going to be a rarity. It's going to be a rarity.
Second free throw, Mitchell, no. Bray with the offensive rebound. Baseline jump shot. Top of the arc, Lewis, desperation.
But you got to be patient, and the ball has to move. The one-on-one offense is not going to work consistently against this team.
In and out. Hopkins, Prey, Darling. Jackson, nice look. 21-14 inside. Hopkins lost it. Hodge scoops it up. He's got Perkins on his hip. Hodge aggressive to the basket. Short. 9 minutes to play on a 13-3 run. Another turnover. Prey. This crowd ready to erupt. Inside. Prey again.
In between the pass or the shooter.
Prey again. And he's fouled.
I tell you what, you call enough football games to understand this analogy as far as throwing off the timing and rhythm of a quarterback. And what St. John's has done in this first half against Villanova is really thrown off the rhythm of them getting into their sets, blowing up screens, not allowing the offense to flow naturally, hence making them discuss you right back in this game.
Hot, in and out. Prey. With Askew. Crossover dribble. Nice deal down low. Brennan fouled. And he'll go to the
task of facing his team after what happened with UConn.
Here's Prey. Really put up some solid numbers in the first half. Askew. Prey looking for more points. Gets a rebound and a foul with Rick Pitino. All business. St. John's, from the very beginning of this game, they just took it right at Villanova. And their upcoming schedule, Georgetown and Seton Hall. Prey can take a 3. Exclamation point.
And you could also say he's their glue. He just keeps everyone together. Knows his role.
This is going to be a foul on Rúben Prey away from the ball.
Yeah, Rúben Prey doing a little bit too much. When you have a size advantage down there, instead of putting your hands behind you to hold the little guy, put your hands up. And you have to have trust in your guard to throw it to a place that only you can catch it when you have a smaller guy behind you.
Creighton going into their deep rotation. Ty Davis and Owen Freeman. It's popped away. Kick.
You're passive. Boy, it's like blood in the water. They are sharks.
Dix off the mark from 3.
Rebound lead.
Well, as a senior in high school, only a sophomore here.
No miscommunication. The turnover from Darling. Bounce pass and a foul. That's the second for Prey. And about a minute.
We've seen a couple times now. Now, obviously, this is a bit. And when you bop around and you go to, you go overseas and then come back to a small school, you still have the passion and the love. And sometimes you got to get yourself recentered. Well, tell you what, Rick Pitino and this St. John's team are squarely in the middle. They know exactly who they are because of that man. You talked about it earlier, having a new team, a young team. They think you get in that zone, it's a time to rest. I think you got to work even harder. Plenty of guys who can make shots, who can create shots, find their own.
Rúben Prey gonna give it a go.
That 8-foot run at guys, contest a little bit.
Prey turn to the corner, jump hook, yeah. Everything's working.
You talk about retention, we don't talk enough about that with Rúben Prey hanging. Probably could have gone and found some money elsewhere. Great athlete. He's continued to evolve every season. He's another one of those retention guys that just has a lot of pride for his school. He's stayed here and shown it.
Bounce pass, Dix, tough look. Game, the third longest active winning streak in the nation. And even in a down year for the conference, putting the nation on notice. Freeman left it short.
I think we hard to come by in this city. It really is. You're in Queens. You were the most talked about team. Look, everywhere you look, they're New York's team. And these young men have really big contrast. We live in a culture of comparisons, and when you look at the two top teams in the Big East, you start to think, wait, Creighton beat UConn at home, and now they come in and play this way against St. John's. I don't know if there's anything to read into that, but to me, it does say a lot. I'm not sure what. It's something that the UConn fans probably don't want to hear or acknowledge, but boy. And every game's different. We know that. These are two totally different teams, St. John's and UConn. And totally two different teams that we've seen the last two games from Creighton.
Right. 15th turnover. St. John's has been active from the get-go defensively. Hopkins unable to finish through the contact as Prey skips it off the rim. Clutch, even though the numbers haven't been eye-popping. During this win streak, his numbers in the second half of games, shooting better than 50%.
Yeah,
ways to just impact the game.
Double figures in 11 of the last 13 games, though. I mean, he is really. Think about this. He's got
3